Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Shout out to you deep divers of planet Earth. Another beautiful day. I woke up like this, all magical and fly, and I hope you're taking care of yourself. Let's breathe. Oh yeah, let's charge up, deep divers. Let's go. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency, raising the vibration. Take that, take that, take that. Good ass energy I'm sending you. Look, deep divers, I want to bring you this very important message. The ending is the new beginning. So much is happening in the world, in the matrix, and in your life, and we're going to talk about it. A lot of people always ask me about current events. They're like, Ralph, please talk about current events that have been happening. I'm going to dive into that as well. I want everyone to hit that like button if you support the real. Once again, hit that like button if you support the real, and remind yourself, every one of my videos is designed to help you become your greatest version. But you have to pay attention to what's happening in the world right now, what's happening on Earth right now. Even the cat down the road has got his popcorn. The cat down the road has got his popcorn. It's like, dive deep, Ralph. That's what we're going to do, deep divers. Hold on. If you are watching this video, first and foremost, this is your confirmation that you're about to make it out of anything that you don't feel you're going to make it out of. You are about to triumph over all the obstacles, the difficulties. You're going to get through it. If you're ready for that, just say thank you. Now, deep divers, look, the ending is the new beginning. I said the ending is the new beginning. Things are breaking down in the world. And I actually prophesize this, right? I actually prophesize this, that 2024 will be a year of immense chaos. And we're already seeing that, okay? And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So first and foremost, deep divers, things are breaking down in the world, okay? You just have to take a look around at the world. Take a look around at what's happening, because the world is moving from analog to digital. More and more people are getting plugged up to the metaverse. More and more people are still fooling themselves and running away from reality. And a lot of people are like, hey, I just want the views, I just want the clout, I just want the attention. And this is where the world is right now. A lot of people are going to do anything just for 15 seconds of fame. And this is symbolic of things breaking down, where the message is lost, the truth is lost. And that's a good thing, because the ending is what we're seeing. And the ending is the new beginning. Always remind yourself of that. So what's been happening in the world? Did you see what happened in Moscow, deep divers? It was crazy, right? 133 people died in a concert. Gunmen came in and shot innocent people. It was terrible. I'm like, what on earth is going on in the world? And it made me think that humanity is in big trouble, because so much is brewing. Storms are brewing. A lot of people are like, I can feel something getting ready to take place, maybe World War III. And I want to remind you, deep divers, in this point in time, focus on yourself, become your greatest version, and be the change that you wish to see in the world. Look, we have to hold a collective meditation every single day for world peace, because you see, things are about to get really crazy. Really crazy. Even the cat down the road knows that. And it's because of the ego of man and woman. And this is the reason why things are breaking down. This is the reason why the end is near, because the ego has gotten out of control. And we have to actually move back to our heart space. When we talk about becoming our greatest version, when we talk about living our best lives, we have to go back to our heart space. What else has been happening in current events? Okay, the royal family. Okay, Kate in the news, she actually made a video saying, okay, I have cancer. I watched the video, and some people want to know what I think. Once again, everybody's human, right? I wish her well. Remind yourself, deep divers, that you got to focus on yourself, and you have to remind yourself that Kate Middleton, the royal family, is way bigger than that. you got to remind yourself that a lot of the times we actually externalize our power to people like the royal family, the Rothschilds, all of these bloodlines, right? And yes, for a long time, they have been controlling the world, the planet. They own much of the land on the planet. But that's only because we externalize our power to them. You have to remind yourself that you're a sovereign being, and you've got to become your own king and queen of your own kingdom. Slow motion. Or queendom. Right? But you've got to remind yourself that things aren't always what they seem. Things are not always what they seem. You see, what's happened is that we think that, okay, people in the royal family, they might be reptiles, right? You never know, deep divers. At the same time, you got to remind yourself that you have power, okay? And I've stopped believing that other people out there have more power than me, right? You've got to always remind yourself that you are player one of this video game. And yes, there is talk from thousands of years ago, the Anunnaki, that certain bloodlines were put in charge to rule over certain kingdoms, and they were part reptile. Yes. At the same time, when I see what's going on with Kate, I say, I hope she recovers, because you see, cancer is real. It can affect anyone. It doesn't matter if you're rich, you're poor. Just imagine, deep divers, for 1 second, if all of the money they spent on wars, trillions of dollars, if they actually invested that in finding the cures for cancer. Slow motion this side. So we sometimes dehumanize people because we've been told certain stories, right? And yes, the royal family have done some atrocious things all around the world. At the same time, you've got to focus on yourself. I always tell you, it's all a distraction. Focus on yourself and wish everyone well who is going through healing, right? But it's way bigger than that. Deep divers, the ending is the new beginning. Things are breaking down. Like, what is the symbolism, right? The symbolism of even Prince Charles having cancer, Kate having cancer. This is all symbolic, right? On a metaphysical plane, that the royal family may not be around in the next 100 years. What does this mean for humanity, who's always looked to them for guidance, right? So this is all symbolic, that empires are crumbling. I told you that you're going to see a fall in this entire civilization, and that's exactly what's happening. So we've got to remind ourselves every single day that all things come to an end, and we have to welcome in a new beginning. Things are breaking down. A lot of children are lost out there in the matrix. You know why? Because TikTok is raising them. Like, a lot of people don't realize that TikTok is just data collection. It's just collecting your data. The Chinese are collecting your data. And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of children who are going on these devices, right? Because they're bad. A lot of children who are using these apps are literally getting disconnected, desensitized, right? So I always tell you that humanity is in big trouble, because it's opened Pandora's box. All of this technology, while it's a tool, it can also be our demise, because it is making people lazy. It is also making people disconnected. And right now, when we talk about the new beginning, we have to remind ourselves that our humanity is greater than this artificial insanity. You know, Revelation 13, 16 to 17, it goes like this. And he causeth all, both rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand and on their forehead, and that no man may buy or sell unless he has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. They're talking about the digital ID, which is very prevalent in Australia, right? There are certain things where if you haven't got your digital ID in Australia, you can't even buy it, right? So we've got to remind ourselves that we're moving into a world where if you don't have a barcode on your bum, if you don't have a digital ID, you won't be even classed as a citizen. You won't even be classed as a citizen. So we're in a dangerous time, and that's the reason why you have to stand up for you. You got to stand up for your humanity, because right now Just imagine, like literally this happened to me, deep divers, like last week. I'm trying to buy some groceries, and normally I just, swipe with my mobile phone, right? Swipe with the Apple Wallet, right? And it stopped working. I'm like, what's going on? I called the bank. Hey, can you unblock my card? They're like, we need some more verification. I said, what on earth is going on? Well, that's what's coming. And that's the reason why you got to pay attention, because as the inorganic ones want to bring you more into the smart grid, you have to choose your humanity over this artificial insanity. Deep divers, things are breaking down. The ending is the new beginning. So what can we all do right now, especially in a time like this on the planet, right? I've laid it out, right? Be love, okay? We've got to remind ourselves the reason why there's so many wars happening all around the world, so much chaos, is because of a lack of love. Anytime love is absent, violence will reign, fear will reign, chaos will reign. And that's what's happened. A lot of people have a lack of love, right? A lot of people have become so hardened, and this is causing humanity's demise. We must go back to the love frequency. What if I told you, deep divers, your heart is 100,000 times more powerful than your brain, and 5,000 times more powerful electrically than your brain, right? So the heart space is everything. Once you're there, you're in your power. Deep divers, what else can we do? Be the light. With so many dark things happening in the world, choose to be the light. Choose to be the change that you wish to see in the world, right? And choose to say, actually, I can say something. I can share a message, because your voice matters, right? Be freedom. So many things have been happening that have caused things to break down. Social media companies have been censoring people, censoring the truth. And therefore, you must be brave enough to speak your truth, even if your voice shakes, because this is how justice can be restored. What else? Be aware. Remind yourself you don't want to sleep, because sleep is the cousin of death. Right now, you're going to have to be aware, because so many things are happening so quickly. Before you know it, human beings may just be an ancient relic. Before you know it, there may not be any human beings left. We're in this kind of time right now on the planet where you got to pay attention that you don't become a cyborg, that you don't become a humanoid. How much time are you spending on your phone? Don't you realize your phone is a trap? The Apple symbol symbolizing forbidden fruit that you've eaten, lost your innocence. Now you've been kicked out of the garden. But you don't hear me though. Slow motion this side. Right? Pay attention to that phone, deep divers, because are you using your phone, or is your phone using you? Some people sleep with their phone. And you got to be careful, because you're literally becoming an android. Things are breaking down, deep divers. What else can we do? Make sure that you are being the truth. Make sure that you're on that quest for truth every single day. In a world of lies, make sure you are seeking the truth, because you see, there's not much truth out there, deep divers. From the media, you can't even trust the media. Everything you've been shown on the TV and the news, all of these outlets, is all part of the same head, right? And that's the reason why certain news channels, they got the same news story. They all have the same news story. How come they all have the same news story? It's because they're all owned by the same corporation. So you have to remind yourself that right now, you got to see the game that's being played, and you have to be able to think for yourself, because right now, things are breaking down, and things are going to continue to break down. But you want to be able to say, you know what? I'm not afraid of the ending, because I'm creating a whole new beginning. I'm connecting with like minds. And this is what we got to do right now. We got to connect with as many like minds as possible, because unity is the only thing that's going to get us through this. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful deep divers, let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I want everyone to hit that like button if you support the real. Once again, hit that like button if you support the real. Share this video, subscribe, and also check out the #1 best-selling book, Deep Divers, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook, the Bible of becoming your greatest version. And Feel Alive Part 2 is coming out, Deep Divers, you're going to love it. Go and get the latest book, The Book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart at ralphsmart.com/thebook, the secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. And go and get the good ass prana shirts, Deep Divers, for men, women, children, even cats down the road at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. And if you want a one-to-one consultation with Ralph Smart, you can book that at ralphsmart.com/consultation so I can help you become your greatest version. Deep Divers, they tried to bury us. They forgot we were seeds. Right now, the ending is the new beginning. Make sure you are preparing yourself for what's coming. One love. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! Once again, Deep Divers, hit that like button if you support the real. Share this video with someone. Subscribe. Once again, hit that like button if you support the real, and leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. And let me know how this video inspired you. One love. Peace.